Pirate Kings, Pirate Queens, non-binary monarchs of the sea. How's it going? Good to talk to you. What's going on? Whatever that thing I usually say after that one greeting. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a little time since OP08 by the Data parts 1 and 2. And I did want to finish following up on the promise I made at the end of part 2. Since I did take substantially longer to get that out than I had initially hoped for or planned, I did want to make sure that I gave updated data lists, given the fact that we were already 1 week into the format by that point. And the other day, I did that in my community tab and on X, Twitter, whichever one you want to acknowledge it as at this point. Sakura Kingdom OP link in the description there. I do plan to post there as often as I can now. But I did so for the decks that were in the video minus Moria, as well as some that had crept up in between them throughout that first week and with the actual format that we are now playing. But that was not all I wanted to do. It is all that I had obligated myself to do in that timing like these normal videos, but given the sheer amount of wonderful data that OPBounty, we love OPBounty over here, go subscribe to their Patreon right now. I'll give you a second. $5. Easy peasy, right? Easy. I want to be as comprehensive as possible. You know how I am. And so today, much quicker than I normally do, we are going to go through 35, count them, 35 deck lists by the data from OPBounty. This will be pretty much the same algorithm that I had used for both of the OP08 by the data videos, with just one tiny little twist to how I do it once I get to like the cards 49 and 50, whatever, when I have to shave things off. I'm not even going to go through it. But I spent most of the day Friday, most of the day today, being Sunday, working on that, just tweaking it to make sure that this was something that I felt made sense data-wise. Now, the reason why I was not doing this on Saturday was because I was very busy playing Union Arena. I got to get some practice in with Lullaby Anto. Go check out his videos. I'll link that if you are into Union Arena. And then the Eggman was gracious enough to allow me to join him for a stream where we played a fair amount of games.
Two-star Byakuya?
A two-star Byakuya.
Two-star Byakuya.
Two-star Byakuya.
That's really nice.
Pretty sweet. That one I think I will
you can put that one asleep. Yeah, I'll permit that one.
Okay, as long as I'm allowed.
Yes. That is a really good hit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, thank you.
It was a wonderful time, lots of fun. Hopefully you enjoy it. Go check out that live stream, and hopefully that might be able to happen again soon. I want to play more Union Arena ASAP. But today we are focusing on One Piece. We're using the same ranking system as OP08 by the data 1 and 2, basically comparing the overall win rate and the number of games as an adjuster, giving each deck a score from 1 to 10 in the different tiers, which you'll see on the slides. Anything from 1 to 2.5 is whoa. Anything from 2.5 to 5 is huh. Anything from 5 to 7 is rogue. 7 to 8 is C. 8 to 9 is B. And then 9 to 10 is, of course, A. I'm not going to be giving much commentary here. I really don't have much to say because a lot of these decks I've not played a single game on, and I don't really know anything about them. Just some broad strokes here, starting with number 35, Red Purple Uta. If you really love the One Piece film movies, then this is the deck for you. I will say that Azure Dragon, Flowing Water, whatever the name of that card is, was in contention. As we get into like Ha and Woe and all those, then things are a little more nebulous, a little more room for change based on low sample size. But this is I stand by this as a starting list. Number 34, we have Red Blue Vivi, the Warlord package. Has some power there for her. All our events, we got the Borsalinos in there, pretty cool. Rebecca, this one seems pretty nice. We're able to use our Houndblaze, our puddings effectively. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm talking about. Peep the one Hina in there. Red Green Law. We are boosted by the set 7 Bonnie. We have the 1/9 drop of Zoro. I believe this is probably pretty similar to that one list that topped during set 7. Green Blue, Zoro, and Sanji. A big Warlords package in here. We have the Carrot, we have the Hody Jones. And then as far as that 4-cost Weevil goes from set 8, he says, Dolan ×1, when attacking, return a character with cost 3 or less back to the owner's hand. Red Purple Kid, we just accelerate, play blockers, get to our big bodies, crash out. Punk Rodden, really cool card. This one seems really fun to me. Number 29, Yellow Vegapunk. Someone is cooking with Kingdom Come, and I think that is really cool, even if this just looks like Enel in the future. Number 28, Purple Foxy. That event in the bottom right corner, the 3-cost Megaton Ninetales Rush. It basically, you pay 3, you restand Foxy. There's some condition. I can let you look at that. Number 27, Purple Black King. Oh, man, I was so excited for this leader, then he ended up just doing nothing. When I've made data lists for this in the week leading up to the OP08 release, I had people curious about Black Maria, given the fact that we already have 12 other 2K counters. She is searchable, and, if you use her, you don't get to use her as a 2K counter. Let me say that again. If you play her, you don't get to use her as a 2K counter. Now, granted, you don't have any big effects, like you're not playing the 9-drop Kaido in here, but, if you are using this leader effect, which hopefully you'll be playing to the point of using this leader effect, because otherwise, why are you playing this leader? It's not like it's not like he's meta or something. Might as well just play the Black Maria. At the very least, someone's doing well with her. She's in relatively well, I guess I should say. A little over half of the wins that this deck did have her, but I will concede she is on the more cuttable end. If you don't like her, prove me wrong. I would love to see someone do well without her. Like, legit, I would love to see someone do well with King. I'd love to see someone do it without Black Maria. That would be metal. Number 26, Blue Yellow Ace. I don't really see any set 8 cards here. Yeah, he's cool. Number 25, Red Black Sabo. Okay, now this one I do have some quick things to say. I'm honestly really hype on this deck. If you watched OP08 by the Data Part 2, you'll remember that when I got to that matchup chart, Sabo, he had some pretty good matchups into black. Now, kind of dog against everything else, but when I looked at the numbers for that I didn't get to publish at that time, there was very much this hybrid Navy Revolutionary Army engine. It was running Kuzan, it was running Jack. It was just trying to do too many things. I'm really curious about this build that has the Drum Island Chopper engine. We're basically playing Zero, but with a little bit of extra juice against black and a little bit of extra board protection. Like, why choose between 3 of the best decks in the format where you can just play all 3 at once? It's probably either still trying to do too many things, incredibly hard to pilot effectively given the number of combos. Honestly, the Brook and the Koala, I do think there's a lot you can do with those off of the Moria or in general. It could be both. I'm honestly considering it for a Treasure Cup I have next weekend just because I have not had a chance to practice anything else, and it seems like fun. We'll see what happens. Number 24, my guy, Purple Kaido. I miss this deck so much. I definitely want to start playing him again soon. This build seems cool. I like the Linden. I like the King. I just love being able to Oni, ramp, leader effect, Black Marina, leader effect again. Yeah, let's go. Burn, baby, burn. Number 23, Newgate. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to glaze the old man again. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, Newgate, I think he's still pretty cool. 54% win rate, that's very high for being in tier. I forgot to mention we are now in tier. We're all the way up at 4.17 score now. Very low number of games. But in that very low number of games, he has managed to get positive matchups against the 3 most prevalent decks in the format. So, another option for next week. And if you just want to say, screw it, I haven't had a chance to test, I want to play something that rushes, that might be what I do. And then number 22, another deck that is trying to close the game out fast, even though it doesn't really rush very often, aside from that Dragon and that Inazuma, is number 22, Red Yellow Betty. Yeah, it's not a bunch that's new, mainly just this Nami here, but, she keeps doing her thing. At number 21, we have Carrot, lots of Minx, lots of resting. We have a home for Beppo now. We can search Beppo out. He's not playing any Hard Pirates, but he's a 2K counter, and I love that for him. And then we have our usual Don Quixote stuff and that Zoe stage that I cannot remember what it does, but my friends think it's cool, so I think it's cool. Don't succumb to peer pressure. It does you no good. Don't be like me. Then we have number 20, Green Black Perona. We still have the Wano package, but we have, a couple copies of Jack. It's a great card. Makes a cool rogue deck. Oh yeah, we've broken 5.0. We're in rogue tier now. Number 19, Red Yellow Sabo. Let's put stuff back in our life and have higher power. Something like that. Number 18, Black Gecko Moria. Yeah, I don't know, I guess 8.5 had him on the copium. But there is no copium like number 17, Red Blue Marco. God, I wish this was a better deck. Sorry, he's cool. I've not seen this 5-cost ace in there before. I have no idea. I haven't tested it. I like the idea. I like the fact that we can get these Whitebeard Pirates. Yeah, draw, use the Sanji, play the Rayleigh, or sometimes the 9-Dad, but I just see the counts for that going down and down as time goes on. We can search out the Atmos, we can play a couple Pudding. Yeah, I honestly, I do really vibe with this deck. It is one that I could see myself playing for funsies. I don't feel like buying the Secret Rares right now. Number 16, Mono Blue Hancock. For all I know, this may or may not be the same list that recently topped at whatever regional that was. I have not really had a chance to look at those deck lists more than once. I do hope to start putting the actual big tournament stats into the mix here now that we are getting into the set. If I do that, check X first once again. We'll see how often I can do the videos. This one just spur of the moment. I had the day free. But yeah, we like Kaido. The Jozu is pretty cool. Lots of control options. I do like this flavor of Mono Blue. Number 15, Red Purple Luffy. Literally no new cards here. Some people did play rarely. I don't remember where he showed up, but he was not prevalent enough win-wise in order to get into these 50 slots. Now we're breaking past 6 out of 10. Still in Rogue, we have green, yellow, Yamato. Playing this new Nami like most of these yellow decks are. This one's all over the place because there are so many ways to build Yamato. The actual core skeleton of cards with a greater than 50% win prevalence was very, very small. But Karma Exposure, that's a cool one. It's kind of like a green Amaru. Yeah. And now we get into the ones that were on my community post that were on X. We have number 13, huge drop from where he was with Star Deck 17. We have Blue Doflamingo. Honestly, this list is closer to what I ended up making as an alternative without Stars Deck 17 than I expected it to be. I think main difference here is that we are in fact on only 3 pudding, of course. And we have 2 of those set 2 Moria just to round out our targets, get a vanilla body there. And of course the Boa Hancock. I don't know why I thought that we could make it without the Boa Hancock or the Star Deck 17 cards. Yeah. I'll take the L on that one. That's my bad. Now we're in the letter grades with a C-, number 12, Yellow Enel. This is basically the same list I had in the video. I think we're at 2 of the 5-drop Luffy, 2 of the 7-cost Enel for each of our events. All those cards are very, very flexible. Number 11, Blue Nami. Nothing much to say about this list aside from the fact that, people are on her again. People are starting to actually play her now that the set has been out for more than a week, and she's doing pretty well. At least for the players that are very good at her. Otherwise, she would not have a C grade. But if you are good at her, or if you want to get good at her, try this list out. Mr. Hanger, neat card. Some people were doing all right with 2 of him if you want to slot that in as well. And then number 10, Purple Luffy. I was not expecting him to hold his place as well as he ended up doing without his new starter deck. But it seems that for certain players, he is able to hold up pretty well against these popular black decks. Number 9, Yellow Kalgara, budget deck, aggro deck, new yellow deck, and we have two copies of 200 million volts Amaru in this new build. I do like that a lot. Number 8, Pudding, exact same list from the video and the standalone video I'm putting there, so nothing new to say here. Number 7, Reiju, we are down to 3 copies each of Black Maria and Gina. Number 6, Katakuri. Yeah, for all I can remember, this might be the same list as in the OP08 video. Who even knows? But yeah, it's consistent deck. The 2 Flame Split can very easily be Thunderbolt as of this past week's data. This is also my other pick for the next tournament just because he is an okay spread into the metagame at large. I just don't know if I want to track down 10 moms right now. Number 5, Black Yellow Luffy. Again, if you have a lot of practice with this deck, if you have really, really learned it, your result will be higher than a B. But he is moving up in my own rankings. I do want to mention that. No 10-drop Kuzan this week, but we do have the 4-cost. Number 4, Green Bonnie. She is actually managing to still see a 51% win rate. Good for her. 2 of the 5 costs. That's all I have to say here. Number 3, Red Zoro. We have gotten rid of the OP01 shopper. We have 4 copies of Supersonic Duck Squad. We do have 4 copies of Set 7 Dragon. This is a lot of no counter cards, even for Zoro. I personally am unsure about this. I think I would take out 2 Dragon, add in 2 Robson. This is just what the algorithm gave me this week. Number 2, Black Luffy from Star Deck 14. 3 Sanji, 2 Robin. I think that's the only thing that may be different from the list I had at the end of the last video, but I honestly can't remember in the past 5 minutes what I said, let alone what I said a week ago. And then number 1, Black Lucci. If you only have 2 of the EBO1 Brook, then you are doing just fine, and people are starting to slot in that 6-cost Brook, since we are now playing against even more decks that are resistant to RKO effects. Whew, and that is OP08 Week 2. This data did come from the last week Western lobby, not the 1 billion plus that I found out we have as I was entering this data in midway through. I might start transitioning to that one. I might start doing this. I might see if I can do both. You know, we'll see what happens there. I'm not going to get into any promises. I'm just glad it took me less than another month to get a whole video out. And then I was able to try something on the quicker side. I don't really get to do anything sub 20 minutes very often unless it's part of an even bigger video. So yeah, this is Sakura Kingdom. I'm going to take stock of my life because I've still been in content land, and I will see you soon.